Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Scottsburg, Indiana Board of Public Works and Safety. Today is August the 28th, 2023 at 9:01 in the morning. We're calling our meeting to order. We begin by the roll call by our Clerk Treasurer Jan Hardy.
Mayor Amy.
Here.
Karen Gracious. Here. Tom Lewis.
Here.
Thank you, Jan. The next thing on our agenda is the approval of minutes from August the 14th, 2023. Accept a motion to accept them as presented.
Go ahead.
I'll second.
I'll make a motion.
Tom Lewis makes the motion, seconded by Karen Gracious. Any comments on this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, thank you. Next thing we have is the mass waivers.
I have two waivers. One is for the Community Foundation. They are just using our room 126 to do a service project in there. It's just going to be for a half an hour on September 15th.
Is this related to the kids?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the hours, what's the time you said half hour?
4:30.
4 to 4:30. In the business center,
It's
Business
126,
126.
the conference room.
A motion to,
You said there was two, that's what this is?
yeah.
Yeah, there's two. Want to do them together?
Whatever. Which one did you mention?
I started with Jamie's first, the
Okay,
YGC.
all right, I'll make a motion to approve that waiver.
Tom Lewis makes the motion to waive the fee for the Scott County Community Foundation for the children meeting there on September the 15th from 4 to 4:30. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Karen Gracious seconds that. Any questions about this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Next.
The next one is, we've done this one a few times now. The Indiana Department of Health is bringing their mobile vaccine unit. They set up in the garage area. This will be 8/31, which is this Thursday, if approved. It's from 11 to 6. So they just use the ramp in the back entrance in the garage area to do vaccines.
What is this for?
They're doing the mobile vaccine unit for the Department of Health. I think they're doing like COVID and other testing and vaccines.
Wasn't there this is just like in a few days.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Wasn't there a longer time that you had to apply for these or not?
Yes. I
Has
asked.
that changed?
I asked for them to be 30 days out, but this one they acted like it was urgent that they set up testing and vaccines. So if you guys want to approve it, then that's fine.
So this is an extraordinary condition.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Tom Lewis makes a motion to approve the waiver for the state of Indiana's Department of Health for the mobile van unit to come here and post a COVID vaccine.
I'll second.
Karen Gracious seconds that. Any questions about this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, thank you very much. The next thing we have is sidewalk improvements.
Okay, I'm presenting this on behalf of Heritage Engineers. Robbie couldn't be here today, but I'm presenting pay app number 1 for the City of Scottsburg sidewalk improvements. And Robbie did come up on Friday and inspect the work of All Star Paving. So we're asking that for approval for pay app number 1 in the amount of $100,138.51. There's $11,000 in retainage, $11,126.50. So that's like half of that original contract.
So it's about half.
It's about half, yeah.
Okay. That was gonna be my question.
Yes, the original contract was $200,431. So it's, yeah, the pay them half, and he said they should be done in a week, 2 weeks.
Have you seen the sidewalks? It's going down Cherry Street, not really the first block right off of 31, but commencing therefore after that first block, going all the way, extending all the way to Meyer Gym. And also, they've dug everything up, taken all the sidewalks out, took down, they removed probably 8 trees maybe, I would say, that were encroaching upon the sidewalk areas. And also, we're going over on Wardell Street. On Wardell, the concrete is being replaced on the north side of Wardell from Main up to the alley or maybe just a little bit further. And also on the south side, where the library had used a lot of salt, it pitted all of that. And so we've taken that up as well, and we're putting concrete there. The next thing is to try to get it going down to the parks on Bond Street. So we haven't started on that yet, but we're looking at Bond Street. We're also looking at Highland going down to Lake Iowa. So from Beachway Park down to Lake Iowa. So again, going to the downtown, the schools and the parks, that's our main thing. So with that said, do I have a motion to approve this pay app number 1 on sidewalk improvement?
I'll make that motion.
Tom Lewis makes the motion. Is there a
I'll
second?
second.
Karen Richards seconds. Any other questions about this? Okay, all in favor say aye.
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 Thank you very much.
So are we gonna, is this, once this contract is done, is there more to be done after that?
Yes.
We have about another 250,000 in our budget that has to be spent this year because it won't carry over. We'll only have 50,000.
So is that
Next year.
up to the city council to dictate that, or is
No,
it
they've
up to us?
already allowed that, that's appropriated. So it would be the bid process, I would say Jill will be working on that, and then they will come to Board of Works for approval. Just-
They've identified the areas for.
They're working on that, working on the areas.
Yeah, so
It's like, we're talking maybe Walnut,
Walnut,
Chestnut.
and we're talking Bond, and we're talking Highland. So
Oh, great.
those are the 3 that we're kind of looking at right now. What we've taken Wardell, part of what we're talking about is the sidewalks. And we just approved the pay app there because when you come down Cherry Street, we didn't put the sidewalk in the very first block by the Save-A-Lot going east. But from there forward, that's Hazard Street going all the way down to Meyer Gym. And that's pretty well complete now. There may be a few little areas, but it's pretty well complete. We are also doing on Wardell, on both the south and the north, Wardell and Washington, Wardell and Maine. The north side by the old Western Auto, remember that? That's really bad. So that's all been taken out. We're taking that all the way down to the alley. And then on the south side, where the library has used a lot of salt, it's pitted really bad. So we took that out all the way down to the old post office, which is down John Dietrich's office there. They had 2 large areas where they had wooden flower boxes that had, so we basically poured concrete on those as well. And then, so that's kind of what we're at. We're rehabbing sidewalks as well. So we've hired a company that can go through and they power wash them, and sidewalks that are good, then we're rehabbing those that are cracked and broken, we're replacing. So we're going to the parks, to the lake, and the parks, the school, and the downtown. So, but just to bring you up to date there. So, anything else on sidewalks? Okay, now we'll go to our clerk treasurer.
I would just ask for approval to approve the claims as presented.
I'll make a motion to read the things presented.
I'll second that motion.
Karen Richards makes the motion, Tom Lewis seconds. Any other questions, comments? Any other claims? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you very much. Chief, what do you have for us today?
Just our new guys, Chris bowling, he's out on his own now, driving around, he's working with somebody, but he's learning on the streets and doing what he should be doing, so we're getting him in the process of being out there. Sean, we haven't got all his uniforms yet, but he's through his 40-hour pre-basic, teaching him Evo, firearms, and defensive tactics, and he got through that, took a couple of weeks online training and all that, so got like a 94 on it, and once we get him in uniforms, and we'll get him out there and let him learn a little bit until we get him to the academy.
I was there a couple times when Sean was studying, and seems like a very fine young man. And I think he will make a good officer for the city of Scottsburg. This completes basically all of your vacancies except one, is that correct?
Yeah, except for the chief that retired, yeah, and we're working on that, so we might have something in the next couple of weeks for that.
Okay, very fine, very fine. So, anything else for us?
No?
So is Scottsburg safe and very quiet in all realms, is that correct, sir?
It's been pretty good lately, really, honestly, I don't want to get,
That's good.
jinx us a little bit, but yeah, it seems like we're starting to catch up a little bit with our employees and get everything going, so.
Amen, thank you very much, thank you very much. Council,
I have nothing,
nothing?
nothing this morning. Maybe this afternoon, nothing this morning.
Melina?
Not much. I mean, the software's up and running well. Lots of compliments from the residents that have went ahead and done, signed up online for Smart Hub and have paid their bill that way. Information about how you can do that will be sent with your September 1st bill. That will be your first bill billed from NISC on September 1st, and there'll be a flyer in there with information on how you can become a Smart Hub user. There's also going to be dates and times in that first bill that will allow you to come to the Mass Park and get some training if you have had complications on signing up on Smart Hub.
And Marty, this is free training, by the way, so we opted to give free classes. Everyone in the city has already been given an account number. Am I correct on that? For Smart Hub?
Yes, everyone has a new account number.
Everyone has a new account number. And so this new software will provide a tremendous amount of it's bringing us up into the 21st century. Let's say. You know, people, I don't think we're getting into this, but this software has the ability to budget things for you. It has the ability it's communication. You can communicate with the city, they can communicate with you. We will notify people when events are going on, and everything's up to date. So basically, things were running too much behind. So now you're going to pay for them. In September 1, you'll pay for what you used in August, not what you used in June. So, so everybody's, there's not been a rate increase at all, but some people see a little bit on their bill because we put a little bit on each month from the past. So basically, as of August the 1st, everybody's caught up to date. So, if that makes sense. We cannot thank Melina and her team enough, because the first 2 or 3 months, I've always experienced in going into something new, it takes 2 or 3 months just to really get over the hurdles and see how things work. And different cities have different ways of doing things, so each city is unique in and of itself. And so Scottsburg's been no exception to that. So Melina has put in a lot of hours. Thank you, Ms. Melina. And we want to assure you that it will get better. And,
Okay, did we get that in writing?
yes, exactly.
Okay.
I just put that down.
Yes.
Okay, oh my goodness. No, and from our standpoint, from the clerk treasurer's office and balancing to the cash, we feel like we're making good progress, so. But again, it's taken a lot of hours on Melina's part.
And yours,
Pardon?
and your office.
Well, yeah.
But we have worked well together and I think have come up with some solutions.
We feel better on the 27th than we did on the 20th.
Yes.
There's been progress made.
Okay. Amen. So, what announcements do we have? None? No announcements? Any announcements? No? Yeah. Okay.
Did you announce the fall festival dates and how people can get information?
No, the Fall Fun Fest is October 14th, so that's the second Saturday in October. If you want to sign up, we have the links posted on our Facebook page. You can also call the mayor's office, 752-3169, and we can sign you up to be a vendor for crafts or your organization or for a food vendor.
If you did not make the Fall Fun Fest last year, you missed out on a lot of fun. And, in the fall. So, but it was largely attended. A lot of neat things going on. There were games, there were car shows, there was DNR was there with all type of raptures, as it were. And
Is that do not resuscitate?
yeah, do not resuscitate, yeah, for sure. And, our department ran natural resources, whichever one comes first. And, food trucks, there were a lot of vendors. We had an aerial thing that you can go into and go 70 feet up in the air. And so, music was played all day and it ended with a movie that night. So, so make sure you jot that down on your October calendar. So October 14th, 2023. What else?
I thought I was being invaded by Martians the other evening, but it just turned out to be a line repairman.
Oh, okay. Yes. Those little footsteps on the roof. Maybe it was Santa.
No, definitely it was a line.
Well, we've certainly had our share. Scottsburg has our share of tornadic winds here the last 2-3 weeks. So it's been, for those of you who did not lose any trees, you're lucky. So, okay, with that said, is there anything else? We'll have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
So moved, adjourn. Thank you very much.